Man, it's been a while since I've been on here. Hey guys, Stitches here, and it's been a while since we've done a Game Boy one-off. And oh yeah, they added all the Mega Man stuff on here. Ooh. I didn't know that was added. This actually ties into what we're doing today, being that today's video is going to be talking about the Game Boy's pack-in title. I'll be recording 2 videos, so I guess today I'll be recording 2 videos. So first we'll be talking about the Game Boy version, then we'll be talking about the NES version, then maybe I'll do Tetris DX. I might check out Tetris DX in this video because I've never seen it before. But yeah, we're gonna be doing Tetris today. Once I find it, it's all the way down here. So Tetris is a game that was released in 1989 with the Game Boy itself. And yeah, it's a pretty iconic game considering it was the pack-in title for the Game Boy. And because of this, it's been quite a popular game, even having a crossover with popular puzzle series Puyo Puyo, and going on to be, I think, the biggest puzzle game of all time. But Tetris, the iconic block slotting puzzle game, is here, easy to pick up yet impossible to put down. Create solid horizontal lines by deftly maneuvering the falling tetraminos into place. Clear as many lines as possible before the screen is overrun with the tetraminos. Work your way from the easiest setting or crank up the speed to increase the challenge. Either way, you're in store for hours of entertainment all over again. In one-player games, you can choose between 2 modes. Type A, where you keep clearing lines until the game is over, or B-type, where you aim for a high score with a limited number of lines. And in the competitive 2-player mode, you win by either getting the first to clear 30 lines, or stacking your opponent's tetraminos all the way to the top. I won't be showing off the 2-player mode, I just don't have anybody to show it with. But anyway, now we're into this. This was also devved by Bulletproof Software. And yeah. So there's a few different things. There's 2 game and types, but a few different music types. So we can switch between the classic Tetris theme, this song, and C-type. I'll be showing off all the music, so don't worry. And this will probably be one of the longer Game Boy one-off videos, so I'll probably do one on Tetris Deluxe as well. But not right now. Anyways, so we'll start with regular. So yeah, you just simply place all the blocks in order. The goal is to try to clear as many lines as possible. You don't have to clear them in any specific number at a time, just it has to be a solid line going from the left set of bricks to the right set of bricks. Pressing A or B rotates your piece, and if you press select, you can also choose to add a bit of challenge by hiding your next piece. But Tetris is a game that's pretty close to my heart for a couple different reasons. And mainly it has to do with the game Puyo Puyo Tetris, which I'll talk about a little bit. So you can see here we can clear a few lines, but here we can get a Tetris by clearing 4 lines at once. But Puyo Puyo Tetris is a crossover between Puyo Puyo and Tetris. It's a party puzzle game with a single-player story. I played the single-player story. I never beat the sequel, but I did start playing it. They announced an upgraded version of the sequel for Switch 2. Ooh, we got lucky that time. But yeah, you can see there's gaps there, so we're not clearing those. This strategy is the line strategy, by the way. It typically involves getting the Tetris piece designated as letter I. Ah, no, we're screwed. I'm not exactly the best at Tetris. But, how many letters can I put in? Puyo Puyo Tetris I have a lot of memories with because I played the Switch version with my family quite a bit. And I actually got pretty decent at it to where I started playing the online ranked. Eventually, though, I just kind of stopped playing it. Not to say that I hate the game, of course. I do love Puyo Puyo Tetris, I just stopped playing it. Anyway, there are different levels, so you can see here I have the top score now for this level, but every other level. Let's reset the game real quick. I just got kind of too good for my family, and then, like, I don't know, there wasn't a lot of people who were actually interested in the game. Anyway, I guess this time I'll play the B-type game. And I think we'll start at 3 high. So this will place randomized blocks on the board for you to clear. More people are probably familiar with the NES version of Tetris. I actually know a fair number of people who didn't know that Tetris was a Game Boy game. And I honestly get surprised by that. Anyway, we have to clear 22 lines. I much prefer game type B. It has an objective to it, so I think that's probably why I prefer it. Start again. I didn't do too well on that run. Slot that T block right in there. Jeez. Here we go. I'll give us some room to start dealing with all this nonsense. But Tetraminos come in a few different shapes. They come in shapes I, O, I, which is this long piece, O, which is the square piece, L, which is an L-shaped piece, J, which is a mirrored version of that, Z, and S. Every Tetramino is made up of exactly 4 blocks. There are a few exceptions and spin-offs, but traditionally they're only made up of a few of 4 pieces at a time. Additionally, each of the Tetraminos actually have a distinct color or pattern. This game, I think, is different on the Game Boy. Each of the blocks have like different textures for the reason being the Game Boy doesn't actually have any color. Oh, we'll be able to fill in this. Yeah, quite nice. And I'll be trying not to use rewind. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could rotate there. Sorry about the confusion, if there's any confusion at the beginning of the video. I don't know how heavily I'm editing this. I know I had to... At first, I had to actually renew my membership to Switch Online. It didn't renew because I forgot that my credit card information changed at some point, so I never actually, like, bothered to update that in Nintendo's system, so yeah, my thing wasn't actually set up to auto-renew properly. So I had to pause the video to do that. Anyway, there, we completed the level. So we got a score of 1890. Not too bad. At least for someone like me. You can obviously go for way longer. I'm not going to show off every level. I am going to change the music to Type C. Oh, and you can just have music off for some reason. So yeah, I'll do one more. And we'll go to level 4. We'll start at 4 high. The level changes the speed, by the way, in which the Tetraminos actually drop, so you will have to think faster, do faster maneuvers, you can't afford to be neat and precise with every single stroke in this game. The solution to my problems. But, Tetris is, you know, a pretty good game. I'm actually gonna turn the level back down to 0. But we'll start it. It's a very, like, exercise-y type game, in a way. It's very much like, oh, well, you keep getting better, so you keep doing it. Making it more difficult for yourself. There is no way to hold pieces in the original Tetris, by the way. So that is one thing you're gonna need to keep in mind if you're going to play the original Tetris, is that there's no pieces to hold. Damn. I'm very rusty at this. Original Tetris also has some differences when compared to later versions of Tetris. So one of which is the idea that you could hold your piece had not been introduced yet. So like, pieces don't come in specific patterns, I don't think, in this game. I think there's like some predictability to it, but the later games will prevent you from getting a piece too many times in a row. My bad. That time I'm rewinding just because I blinked. I typically don't rewind when playing Tetris because, I mean, like, what's really the point? they'd be like, damn, can I get the piece I want? But yeah, you get the idea of Tetris. It's not like a super complicated game. And I didn't really want to make a super long video on Tetris either. Because, I mean, it's just Tetris. What am I going to do? It'd be different if I had a second player, which I don't. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll have a second player next time I do it. I can do a second one-off if there's a reason to do so. Anyways, I guess I should check if there's any, special versions of Tetris that aren't the DX version. Or did they not do that on Game Boy? Oh, maybe they don't have the special editions here. Oh, well, I guess that's it then. So, yeah, that was really just a look at Game Boy Tetris. If you want to check it out, you can check it out on Switch Online. It's also a Game Boy game, so you can get it how you think you would get a Game Boy game. But yeah, next week I'll show you guys the NES version of Tetris, which I'm more familiar with. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.